Hey guys, I'm Griffin from Griffin's Art. I also go by my name is Quinn. I go by Griffin. So I've been gone the past almost 4 months, going on 4.5 here soon. But I just got out of a relationship, and I'm ready to get back into things that matter. Not that my relationship didn't matter, because it did, but it took up a lot of my time. But I'm ready to get back into editing, creating, and fulfilling what I wanted to do with this channel in the first place. I've been doing a lot of digital art lately. If you guys have been following me on Instagram, I thank you a lot. I haven't posted a lot, but I posted enough that you guys can see I have been hard at work on that big commission project that my friend Dan did for his furry erotica. I'm just designing the theme art for it, or like the character design basically for him, so he can finish writing on to get some ideas. But I thought, I want to get back into traditional art. I haven't done traditional art for a while. I haven't opened my sketchbook in a while. I thought, you know what? I have all these mediums that I haven't gotten to use in a long time. Why don't I create a month-long art challenge? Now, being there are a couple days off, so I don't think you consider it that, but with Mermaid coming up and me wanting to not have to draw mermaids all May, that can be what this is. But again, this is just a medium challenge. It's not a let's draw this one thing for a month type challenge. So I give you my challenge, medium a month-long art challenge. And I was just going to walk you through what I have planned. I plan on posting this on my Instagram and linking it, and you guys want to follow along, you can. Anything can be your muse. You can use anything you want. You can tailor it to yours. I just thought it was a great idea. So one thing that I've recently gotten to, or want to get back into, is oil pastels. So days 1 and 2 are strictly for oil pastels. I can mix with other mediums, but I'm probably going to focus on just oil pastels. And then I get a free day because, as you all know, if you're blending oil pastels by hand, you got to break your fingers. Says one of this new oil pastel artists I've been watching on YouTube. I've been pumping myself up for this kind of thing. So I'm just quoting him. I can't remember what he is, but I'll put him in the description. You guys should follow him. He's really cool, really funny, really easy to watch. Like when you just want a good art video, go to him. He's got it for you. When you get like a free day, you can continue working with that medium, work on something you don't want to work on with that medium, or anything basically. It's your free day. You do what you want. Then for the 4th and the 5th of May, I've dedicated to colored pencils. Colored pencils I have a lot of them is the best way to put it. I am not SuperRaeDizzle, and I am not the FrugalCrafter, but I do like a good set of colored pencils. I have several. I have Crayola for one. Not their like humongous set, but I've got their watercolor pencils, their basic pencils. Then I have the Prismacolor student, the Scholar series, because I'm not a big fan of paying $3 a pencil. I don't know who is. And then I have the 48 set of that. And then I have my 24 set of Faber-Castell. Those are oil based. The rest are pretty much wax based. And then I have my my recently bought my Arteza, what do I call them, professional artist pencils or whatever they call them, but I have those. I really like those. Those are really nice. My only complaint is that they kind of, but all color pencils do that, so it's not just, these ones just specifically a little bit more, but it doesn't bother me totally. They just kind of like leave a little bit more dust behind than my other ones do. And I severely mixed my Arteza and my Prismacolor together a lot, so it works out pretty well. And then I have my, and then the 6th and the, so those are my sets of colored pencils I plan on using for the 4th and 5th, and then the 6th and the 7th are my long to be dreaded. I've prepared all month for this, by the way. Gotten a whole new set of brushes for each medium: acrylic, watercolor, and oil. And you guys know I hate oil. I'm going to try to follow a Bob Ross tutorial with the colors that I have, be it that it might not look the same, but it's oil painting. And I'm going to try to like it, because I feel like I just got a bad start off of it. If not, I'm going to like try those, and then if that doesn't work out, I am going to go buy some more, like, more professional colors of, like, like a set of oils to get started, because I feel like maybe it just might be the brand that I'm using. and they're pretty cheap, so I kind of just got them because I was interested in them. But I have 3 days at the end of the month for free days, and I might just, if I have to, I can move something around and put my oil down at the end of the month so that I can arrange to go into Michael's and get some paints, because Michael's is really the only craft store, unless I want to buy online. And I'm not sure if I want to buy online because I'm afraid it'd take a whole month to get here, but I have a whole month for them to get here, so. Then after oil painting for 2 days, I have another free day to either continue oil painting, work on something else, or just have a relaxing day. And then after the 8th, it goes to the 9th and the 10th, and it falls right into acrylics. I have fallen quite in love with these acrylics I'm trying. And these were the ones I meant to give you guys. And there were the Simply Acrylic. You know, it's just the Walmart brand, the Delaroni. And to be honest, they're not that bad, and I like them a little bit more than I like Walmart's craft paints. Because these are actually made for more like painting on like canvas type thing, or painting of an object for art. It's not really a craft item, but I still used it as kind of a craft item. The reason why I kind of was interested in trying to do acrylics with these instead of my craft paints, which is like the little $5 apple barrel, 50-cent apple barrel paints, and those are awesome. And I've also just reorganized all my art supplies on this side, so what was over here is not there anymore. That's just like extra bins and like pens, and then my clay stuff that I just bought, which you'll hear about later on. And then, so after acrylics for the 9th and the 10th, I jump right into gouache, because gouache is a form of watercolor. I just use my watercolor brushes. You guys already know I really love gouache. I just haven't used it in a while. I figured, okay, that might be fun to throw in there. So I threw in some gouache, and then the 13th and the 14th is, hear me out, I've been seeing a lot of this lately. ADCArtAttack is the one that's got me on oil pastels and crayons right now, but I have this obsession with trying to be a great artist with crayons. And so, God, I'm going to try to fill it. So I have a whole bunch of Arteza crayons. I have a whole bunch of Crayola crayons that I have like from my childhood. Or I always keep like a decent set of crayons that nobody really uses for myself. So like, my little sister's not allowed to use them. Nobody else in the house is allowed to use them but me. I'm the only one that's actually tempted to use them. So I'll mess around with those a little bit. Because ADCArtAttack did one with Spider-Man, and I just like... He's awesome. I love him so much, you guys. He's such an inspiration. I'm going to tag him in this as well. After that, you get a free day, which is the 15th for me. 15th is probably and I'm still working, you guys. I went from working every day of the week except like my day off and one day on the weekend to working only 2 days a week because I quit FedEx. Long story short, some stuff happened. I still think FedEx is a great place to work if you have good management. That's the best way to put it. My management here was just not the best. I still loved everybody that worked there, and I still loved my job. And I still highly recommend anybody that needs a good paying job and is willing to put in the hard work for it. I enjoyed it a lot. But I'm back to being a daycare provider, which I think really, honestly, was probably the best choice for me because I get to work with my kids, and I love them so much. And the 16th and the 17th are ink. So, like, I have some acrylic ink that I need to get rid of. By the way, I hate acrylic ink. Can I just say it? I think it's a cool thing if it comes in, like, paint tubes or something. But the little, like, don't buy, just don't. It's not a good buy. Like, they get all over the place. They leak. The container that they give you for them, like, sets on its side, so it sucks. So I've had to put them in, like, their own thing, and it's like, you know what I'm talking about? See, and it's like they fall and they do this and they're closed properly. They get all over the place. These are I'm not saying Speedball is not good ink. It is. Just buy it in like the actual ink bottles. Don't buy like this little set that comes in like a little, it kind of looks like this, but it's like bigger and they like set in the sides of it and stuff. It's really bad. Just don't. So I'm going to try to use as much of these as possible. If not, I have black ink strictly for what I want to use that for, which is black ink stuff. And I bought a lot of Aaron Blaze's course recently so that I could do stuff. And that's a lot of stuff I need to work on, like human anatomy. And then I also got his, by the way, I don't know if he still has it, but he's having a coronavirus sale. He's got some stuff in there for $1. Jump on it. I bought his human anatomy course, his fox, coyote, and wolf course, and I bought his inking that he did for Inktober, so it's like an in-depth of how he uses his materials and whatnot. And then I bought his reference pack of photos of big cats so that I have those and I can use those strictly for art. And I have bought, basically I bought a licensing to use those photos for art. So I can use them. It's legit, like, I paid for the rights of them, basically, kind of thing. I don't really know how that's how it really works, but I'm going to use them anyways because I paid for them. And he wouldn't put them on there for sale and expect artists not to use them for what he planned on them being used for, which was references and realistic copying, realism and stuff like that. He wouldn't have put in there unless that's what he wanted for them. 16th, 17th is ink, and then 18, 19 is markers. Some of these I might combine a little bit more on, like, I could probably get away with putting, like, my ink and my markers together, stuff like that. So that's 18, 19, and then 20 and 21 is graphite. I used to do a lot of graphite. I did a lot of graphite for quite a couple of months, and then I was so happy to get out of graphite that I had color again, because I was doing the Ultimate Drawing course. Highly recommend it. Jason Bassler's an awesome teacher. I've grown quite a lot since then, and I don't practice as much as I probably need to, but it's also because I've been trying to figure out what I want to do. And now that I've kind of figured out what I want to do, and I've got some courses that I can follow along to or do with, and I thought it'd be kind of fun to try to do, like, a course that's technically, like, for just, like, practicing pencil and paper and doing it with, like, a bunch of different mediums. I thought that would be fun. So, like, because I have oil paintings and I'm starting his anatomy course, I'm going to do, like, oil pastel sketches of, like, the skeleton. It's going to be fun. I'm going to have fun with it. And then I have a free day, which is the 22nd. And then the 23rd, the 24th, is watercolor, and then it's gonna sound weird. 25 and 26 are watercolor pencils. I plan on maybe smashing these together to, like, one really good piece. I plan on using my sketchbook for a lot of this, and then maybe going and, like, on my, like, just planning it out. Like, I plan on doing a couple hours a day if I can. Planning it out and then moving into, like, an actual piece, because I bought some, like, some bristle board and some, like, big pieces and stuff that I want to do, and because I don't really want to sketch too much. Like, I'll sketch in my sketchbook with my oil pastels, but for the actual finished piece, I'll use Strathmore mixed media, or I don't know what it is, but it's a bigger sketchbook that's made a little bit more. I've seen a lot of people use it for oil pastels, so I just plan on using it for oil pastels. And then all that fun stuff. So that's kind of my plan for that. But I figured out watercolor and watercolor pencils, because usually I smash watercolor and pencils together. So I can get a cooler effect with watercolor pencils than I can normal pencils. So I plan on kind of doing a little bit of that and seeing what I can do, exploring that. And then one of my favorite things, and the reason why the clay is at the end of the month, is because I have all these free days. Now I can use that strictly for clay, or I can use that for whatever I want. Like I said, free days are your day. Make it however you want it. 27th and the 28th for me is clay. I have some Sculpey original clay. I know it's not like the best clay to start out with for polymer, but it was cheap and I got it. And then I bought a really nice set of tools from Michaels, which is like their basic set. It's 18 tools. They're double-sided. And then I also had, like, some little picks that I found at, like, not Hobby Lobby, but it was in, like, their dollar bin at, like, some kind of this is when I was told my boyfriend I'd bought him originally for this. I just have never done anything with clay before. So I plan on, I need to get some armature wire for that kind of stuff. And then at the end of the clay thing, and it's just, I bought the little picks from, like, I can't remember where, but it was Shipton's, I think. Here we have Shipton's, Big R kind of thing. Big Bear, or whatever they want to call it, Shipton's. And they're just, like, these little dollar picks, and they have a couple different picks, and I don't know, they're cool for, like, trying to get effects and stuff. And then the 29th, the 30th, and the 31st is all free days to come back and work on projects that I didn't finish throughout the month. And then to also just take a break and go, hey, we just completed all this artwork this month. I'm still throwing in there that I think drawing every day is a good thing, but I think breaks are so desperately needed. And it's like, if you can't draw every day, it's okay. Free days are a good thing to have. And the way I've got this set up is so that I'll probably still be drawing on those days, but it's just not going to be as stressed. You know what I mean? I plan on trying to practice these mediums because I plan on going to start art school in the fall up here in Montana and then transferring if we move and stuff like that. So I'll be going into Studio Arts. That's a program we have here. And then I might take an illustration course. The school I really want to go to is in Colorado. The best way to put it. And it's Rocky Mountain College of Arts in I think it's Denver, Colorado. And you guys, 3 months ago I stepped my first foot in Colorado. I was only there for 10 minutes, but it was the best 10 minutes of my life. Best way to put it. and it was a lot of fun. It's been a wacky 3 to 4 months, and getting out of an 8-month relationship is hard, but I think I'm handling it pretty well. Getting back into what I love is a big thing. Doing what I love is a good thing. So with all the free time and all the time that I have, I want to put it into something that's going to make a difference in my life, which is making sure that I'm ready for art school. Be it not that I don't have the best portfolio, but being as that I kind of have messed around in all of this, and I have a basic understanding, if not some understanding of how things work in each of these mediums. So, welcome to my Media May Challenge, guys. Hope you guys join me along the journey. I'm not promising automatic updates every day, maybe on a weekly basis, once a week. I've decided to stick with a once a week schedule. There's no reason for me to be trying to push out 2 videos a week or more. Some days I'm not promising the once a week either. I'm saying that's kind of what I have planned. I've learned with my YouTube, it's better just to let me film when I feel like I'm ready to film. So I'm going to go ahead and end this here and say, Griffin out.